It has been an interesting few weeks for the town of Ronda. Last week, during an emergency meeting, leaders said their financial situation was so bad they might have to dissolve the town.
That decision was on the table at tonight's scheduled commissioners meeting. Bethany Cates was there and explains where things stand.
At this point, the town of Ronda does still exist, but its future is surely in question. Board of Commissioners have now moved to ask the General Assembly to place it on the next ballot and allow the citizens to decide if they want the town to be dissolved or not, while some are still wondering, is this even possible?
The vote to this magnitude should be left up to the people to vote on, the citizens of Ronda. That's the American way.
After several conversations, the Ronda Board of Commissioners is looking to let the people who pay town taxes decide whether they should dissolve the town.
Whatever this town decides is exactly what I'll go with. I am a representative of this community and not a leader.
After an emergency meeting last week about the town's financial difficulties, a member of the state's treasurer's office was in attendance to provide the board with advice on town debt solution, while some members didn't agree.
There has to be specific authority in the North Carolina Constitution or in the statute.
Stop right there just a second. The North Carolina League and all these other people ain't got no say-so over what the town of Ronda has to say.
For whatever reason, for over 20 years, people have said, why do we even have a town? Why do we have to pay town tax?
Now, if the town were to remain,
we would have to cut out services such as the trash pickup. We would have to cut hours of operation in the office to cut down payroll. We would have to end some of the mowing contracts.
But if the town were to be dissolved,
basically we would be like anybody else in Wilkes County that is not in a city limits.
If we voted tonight that we intended to dissolve this town, we would either have eggs or mud pies on our face before we ever got home.
at this time, the mayor pro tem says the decision is in the hands of the General Assembly to decide whether it goes on the ballot for the community. Coming to you from Ronda, I'm Bethany Cates for WXII 12 News.